Alright guys, I'm going to be demoing some different textures you can make with cardboard for your sculptures. We will be using X-Acto knives and a cutting mat. And remember to be mindful of where your hands are and where the people around you are, especially when using X-Acto knives, so we don't cut ourselves or the people around us. Always try to cut away from yourself, but with X-Acto knives you kind of do pull towards yourself in some motions, so just be very mindful of where you're cutting. If you do cut yourself, let me know so I can give you a band-aid. There's two different types of cardboard that you might encounter. There is the single corrugation cardboard, and then there's a double corrugation cardboard. The double one and the single one you can do very similar things with, but the double one you can layer and do kind of like a step motion with it, just by cutting this piece of paper that is in between the corrugation. And almost all cardboard that's coordinated has this, and I can cut through it. And then I recommend just ripping it with your fingers. It's a lot easier, and yes, it creates kind of a mess that we shouldn't see on the floor. It should be on your desk in a pile so that you can throw it away. I don't want to see enemy cardboard on the ground by the end of the day. But yeah, we can tear this off and it creates a fun texture. And you can do this with the single as well. And then I have these two different layers, like a step. Another texture we can do is, instead of ripping this paper off, we can leave it and just cut through it, and then you can flip it up, kind of almost like a shingle look. Creates kind of like, reminds me almost of feathers or fur in a way. So I flip it up, and I can cut through this too if I want to create different little pieces that stick out. Let's see right there, like little pieces. So you can create a little like fur textures with it as well. And then another one. This one I took the corrugation here and I just ripped it off this bottom. So it's just the paper that's on the other side. And for the paper, you can rip it and keep it. I just wrapped this around a pencil and my finger and rolled it up, and that creates a fun 3D texture. And this will also help you get some height variation as well as hand building and gluing things together with the hot glue gun. So you can do some fun things with this. A thing that you can do is you can cut vertical or like horizontal through the corrugation and then peel it away. And this will give you some fun designs. I did it vertical as well. So this you just cut through, and I can pop it right off. And these pieces that you pop off as well as the corrugation, you can glue these onto your sculpture and create little fun textures and things that spring up off of your sculpture. So here's another one. Another thing that you can do is, if you want to make something curve, like a piece of cardboard, you can cut a bunch of little lines really close to it. So if I want to make a curve, I will cut a ton of little lines through it. Pretty close together. Try not to go all the way through the cardboard. But then it curves a lot easier, and you can make a lot tighter curves versus if I were to just do it like this and it's all choppy. And it wants to almost make a square. So, but if I do a bunch of cut lines through it, it will bend a lot easier. You guys will also have access to toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, You can use these to make platforms, pillars, whatnot. These, if you unroll them, they create a giant elongated diamond, and those are fun to work with too. So explore with those. We do have a limited supply of these, so if you want to use one of these, be mindful of our supplies and how many we have. So, but yeah, you guys are tasked with to come up with 3 different textures. You can repeat one of the ones that I did here. I want you guys just to explore and see what kind of things you can come up with, so that when we sketch on the next day, we have an idea of what we might want to do for our song and our sculpture. So yeah, thank you.